What's going on, everyone? So when I first talked about the series and I did my breakdown and everything like that, I said that I thought the Lakers would win in 6 games. I said that I thought that this series would go just like the Memphis Grizzlies series, and so far it has, right? Game 1, Game 3, Game 4. They lost Game 2 in a blowout fashion, a bounce back, blowout, and then very likely they lose Game 5 and then blow out the Warriors in Game 6 like we saw in the Grizzlies series. But the more that I really look into this, the more that I really think about this, the more I think the Lakers are going to win today. I really do. And so I am going to go on record, wanted to make this video, saying that I think the Lakers win today in 5. I really do. And maybe this ages poorly, and maybe I'm right, and they win in 6, like I think they will, or like I originally said that they will. And this video was like, man, threw a shot in the dark. But hopefully this turns out to be another Laker-Damas prediction and we get it right. But no, seriously, in all seriousness, I think this game goes one of two ways. I think either the Warriors just shoot the lights out again, shoot 50% from 3, and just dominate us and beat us by 20 or 30. Or I think it's a close game and the Lakers win. Because I just think the Lakers are going to have better execution. I think LeBron James knows, if we have a chance, I need to go get this, right? Because he's going to want the rest. He's not going to want to have to give the Warriors any type of just benefit of the doubt of them coming back, any, momentum, any, confidence. He's going to want to squash that. So I really wouldn't be surprised to see a different type of LeBron James. And even Darvin Ham said that, LeBron's saving himself for later in the series, which I said this, earlier, before the season began. I was talking about how I thought we'd get into the playoffs and how when we get to the playoffs, I thought LeBron would kind of just be okay. But if we make the Western Conference Finals, I believe we win the NBA championship, because I believe if we get into the Western Conference Finals, you're going to see LeBron turn that clock back and get back to being, 27-year-old LeBron. Everyone's going to be like, where was this guy? Right? And I'm not saying every single game, but I do think, we haven't had that 30-point game from LeBron where he has 30, 12, and 12, just completely controls and, just dominates the game. We haven't really had that. It's kind of just been another guy, right? An elite tier guy, but still just kind of another guy. And I do think we'll still continue to see that. But I think as we get to the Western Conference Finals and that NBA Finals, I do believe you're going to see LeBron James go, okay, let's go. Let's lock in. This is what I left that bit in the tank for. Let's go close this out. Because I think LeBron's going to look at this as I may never be in this position again for the rest of my career. I need to win 8 games. 8 games. If I can win 8 games, I win my 5th NBA championship. I did this with a team that started 2-10, a team that was a month and a half before not even eligible for the play-in, let alone the playoffs. They were the 13th seed. I've been dealing with injuries all season. My foot, I need to have surgery on at the end of the year, all of that. And I really think LeBron's going to just turn it up a notch in the Western Conference Finals and the NBA Finals. But with this series, I could see LeBron, if it is close going into the fourth quarter, him saying I could really use the rest. Let's go take this, right? And that's why I think this will either be a close game and the Lakers win, or I think it'll be Lakers just get blown out. We're down 20 in the third quarter. LeBron James and Anthony Davis don't play the back half of the third and don't play the fourth. And Darvin Ham just kind of waves the white flag and we just get ready for Game 6. So I think that's how it's going to go. I don't know if Golden State can shoot 50% from 3 again. I just don't. And if they shoot, I think they're going to shoot better than they did last game. I think they'll be much better than this game. But I do think so will the Lakers. And I'm not talking about LeBron James and Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis just even halfway shows up, right, I think D'Lo has a better game. Austin Reeves bounced back and looked great in that second half. I think he knows I need to pick this back up. I need to get in the swing of things, and I think he figured it out. I said the same thing with D'Angelo Russell the game prior, where he had that big game and he took over. I was like, it looked like D'Lo figured it out. He just wasn't hitting those shots. I expect him to be better. I feel the same way about Reeves. I think all of our guards step up. I think Lonnie's still going to be a problem for them. And so I think Lonnie has a good game. I think Dennis Schroeder has a good game. I think Austin Reeves has a good game. And I think D'Angelo Russell has a good game. Again, maybe they start a little rocky. That's just kind of the Lakers, right? We always seem to start slow and then kind of feel our way through the game and then pick it up, right? But I think our guards step up. And if we get great guard play, I think this game is close. And I think LeBron James and Anthony Davis will have enough left in the tank at the end of the game, because I don't think Darvin Ham's going to play them both 45 minutes this game. I think he's going to kind of just like scatter their minutes. And, maybe Anthony Davis plays like 40 minutes unless it's a blowout. But I think LeBron gets around like 35 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. And I think Anthony Davis probably gets somewhere around 35 minutes. And if it's close and our guards are doing what I think they're going to do today, and they really step up and they play big, and everyone kind of chips in, I also think Darvin Ham kind of leans on Rui Hachimura a little more this game, because I think he's going to want to get LeBron James some rest. Like, the reason Rui isn't getting a ton of playing time is because LeBron's playing like 40 minutes a game, 44 minutes a game, whatever, right? I think that takes a step back. I think Anthony Davis takes a step back. I think we see more like Rui, maybe even some of those sets, because the Warriors are going so small with like Rui at the 5, Vanderbilt at the 4 type thing. I could definitely see something like that. And the Lakers just try to like maintain and keep up with the speed of the Warriors. And if it's close, I think we just take over and we win the game in the fourth quarter. I really do. Also, I feel like the Warriors have given us every single hit that they can, and none of it has worked. None of it. Like, the pick and roll was hurting us for 2 straight games, and we won both of those games, right? Like, that's 2 games that Steph Curry pick and roll was just torching us, and we won those games. And I just think we'll make the slight adjustments. I think we'll make the little changes. We'll do the things to make that not be as impactful. Lakers had a ton of success of just scouting, hunting down, and targeting Steph Curry. I think that happens a lot. I think you see a lot of like just, get Steph on an island with LeBron or Rui or, Walker, and just tell them to take him. Just take him. Go. Attack him. Be physical. Be aggressive. I don't know how much the refs are going to play, like with fouls, because, last time we were in Golden State, Lakers and Warriors were like right there in fouls, which I think is funny, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. And that's kind of like the only excuse that Warrior fans are using why it's not working. And even some media is like, oh, well, if there wasn't the free throw disparity, but let's just completely ignore that the Lakers are the best in the league in drawing contact. Warriors are worse in the league. One team in the Warriors shoots 40 plus threes a game, which is like 50% of their shots. And the Lakers shoot like 30, which is like a third of their shots, or 25% of their shots. Like, let's just completely ignore that. Let's completely ignore that Anthony Davis is down low getting just hammered all game long, and they're not calling half of it, 90% of it. Let's pretend like LeBron James isn't getting all the calls. If the refs really wanted to call this game fair, the Lakers would be at the foul line the entire game. Like, the Warriors would never get a shot off, because every play they're having an illegal screen or some type of offensive foul. And then on the defensive side, all they're doing is just hacking because they can't stop our size. But the refs let it go, which is fine, right? That's playoff basketball. That's good. But you can't then use that as an excuse and just completely ignore like that the Warriors shoot 53s a game, right? It's such a silly and lazy argument to me. But I digress. I'm sorry. Let's get back into focus. But I think that, again, the Warriors just keep trying to give us these hits. They just keep trying to make these adjustments. And I think that they have just come to the conclusion, let's go small, right? We're not going to be able to beat them size. We're not going to be able to beat them with physicality. Let's just outrun them. And they had some success with that. I think Darvin Ham mitigates that by just maintaining small. I think this is a game where he's going to let Anthony Davis kind of get a little more rest than he has been. LeBron James get a little more rest than he has been. And this is going to be a guard-heavy game for us. And again, I could be completely wrong. I don't know what Darvin Ham's plan is, but I do. I think it makes a lot of sense, right? I think you'll see, Lonnie Reeves, Schroeder, D'Lo. I think you might see Troy Brown in this game. I think you might see Malik Monk in this game. Maybe even Shaq in this game, right? I think this is going to be just a guard-heavy. Let's match their size. Let's go at it. Get Winion some minutes. Maybe even throw in Tristan Thompson. Kind of go deep into that bench and live with the result, knowing like, hey, if it doesn't work out, we'll just close them out in LA. The goal is to get LeBron James and Anthony Davis as much rest as possible. And I think the Lakers are going to show up with intensity. I think the Lakers have the confidence. I think the Lakers have shown that they're the better team, regardless of what the media is saying. Because again, the only game the Lakers lost was when the Warriors shot 50% from three. 50% from three on 42 attempts. Every other game, they haven't been able to win. The games that have been tight, the games that they're shooting, they're average, which is still really good, right? Like, even when they're shooting what they usually shoot and their championship level offense, they still can't beat the Lakers. So I just think the Lakers understand them. I think the Lakers are a terrible matchup for them. I think the Warriors are starting to fall apart because you're hearing you're seeing Jordan Poole. He was throwing a tantrum after being benched and taken out of that game. He's been unplayable, right? There's all the reports coming out that the locker room, there's all this drama going on between Jordan Poole and the Warriors. I think all of that is real. And I just think that this is just a bad year for the Warriors. I do. This year started with Draymond Green knocking out Jordan Poole. That's usually not a good omen for a successful season. They've been terrible on the road all year. Everyone was saying, well, they beat the Sacramento Kings on the road. What did I say? We are not the Sacramento Kings. Like, Crypto Arena is not like the Beam. Like, it's not, we're not the same. You know, like, this is that meme, you know, we're not the same meme. That's not what this is. Lakers are not Sacramento. Lakers probably would have swept Sacramento, right? The way that we've been playing defense and as good as we have played, well, maybe not in the first round because, I think the Lakers were really trying to figure out. I still think the Lakers are still trying to figure stuff out. But we would have ran through Sacramento just like we ran through Memphis and have so far have ran through Golden State. Like, I just think, obviously, I really think the Lakers, I think it's either an absolute blowout or the Lakers win this game. I don't think it's going to be a close game and the Warriors pull it out. Unless it's like one of those things where like the Warriors were up 15 with like 5 minutes left and the Lakers just said, nah, you can have it. And here you go. My thing is I kind of want it to be a blowout if we're going to lose. Because then Darvin Ham's not going to play LeBron James and Anthony Davis. If it's a tight game and we lose, then they're going to be tired, which is why I think the Lakers win. I think if it's a tight game, I think LeBron James is going to say like, all right, we got like AD, we got to win this because we're going to have to play this entire game, this entire fourth quarter because it's a 3-point game or whatever, one way or the other. We're going to have to play this entire quarter and then we're only going to have a day's rest and going into LA. We cannot have that happen. We got to close this out right now. You ready? You with me? Let's do it. And I think that you see that. But I do. I'm going to change my prediction. I'm going to take the Lakers in 5. Again, maybe this ages poorly and my original prediction was correct. I think the Lakers win tonight. I really do. The more that I think about it, the more I'm like, they get it done. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Think they win? Think they don't? However you feel, let me know. Love to hear it.